Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. Let's continue this Ultimate General Civil War No Infantry Campaign Challenge. And this is actually going to be a bit of a tricky one. We've got a lot of choices here. And honestly, the supply raid one can kind of be done whenever. But this is the one that I really want to focus on. I can do Nansemond River, which is an attack, or Siege of Suffolk, which is a defense first. And whichever one you do first, the other one becomes a little easier because you get a 25% reduction in the enemy army. So because Siege of Suffolk is a defense, I'm going to go with the defensive one to face the larger army. So it'll be a little easier to assault that fort and take the other one later on. So we get 18 brigades, but we don't get them all at the beginning. So numbers are going to be fairly even on this one. Both sides about 15,000 men, about 100 guns. The tricky part, of course, for me is that I don't get all those troops at the beginning. So I've got to kind of hang on for dear life with some troops that don't actually belong to me until the ones that do belong to me arrive. So just for the purposes of building my army on this one, I've actually got 3 units of mounted infantry to help with the defense. They're going to kind of back up these other forces that are going to hold the front lines. I've also got 3 units of smoothbore artillery to help defend. And then I've just got to hang on for dear life, shift some units. I may get driven out of these fortifications at first, and that's fine because once the rest of my troops arrive, I should have inflicted enough casualties on him that I can just have a little fun and maybe wipe out his whole army. I've got 4 units of melee cavalry that are going to eventually show up, and by the time they do, hopefully I should be able to just kind of ride back through here and really do some damage. So we'll see. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that all works out. So I'm going to start by sticking 2 of my units over here because I just have a feeling that the left side is where he's going to focus his attack, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to keep everybody mounted until I see where that attack's going to come from. And then I can rush those troops to the position they need to be in and get them dismounted. You can see here, he's got a big advantage in numbers right now. He's got me almost 2 to 1. We've got some supplies already here, so I'm shutting my supplies down until they're absolutely necessary. If you're new to the series, the link is below to the very first video in this series. It's a series where I'm playing without the use of any infantry brigades. So the entire campaign is made up. I mean, there's infantry brigades here, but they're not mine. I don't have a choice on that. But my army is all made up of cavalry, mounted infantry, skirmishers, and artillery. No infantry brigades. But with the scaling that's done by the AI, it actually isn't so bad. So we'll keep an eye out, but I really think he's going to come on my left. We'll go ahead and speed things up for now until I kind of see. Yeah, there he comes. He's definitely coming to this side. So let's go ahead and shift. I'm going to shift Frank over that way too a little bit, but keep him close enough that he can come back the other side if he needs to. I'm keeping the artillery right here in the woods just because I have a feeling if he loads up enough, he's going to probably push through this first line, and I don't want to lose my artillery. On the side here. Alright, let's send Frank back this way just in case. I have to cover my flank. Okay, he's not. But let's keep him close. Alright, here comes his first advance. Looks like he's only sending 3 of his brigades. There's Garnett, Kemper, and Armistead. Those are the ones that made up Pickett's division at Gettysburg. Starting to come at me on this side. I've got to help out a little bit there. Looks like it's a pretty even attack right now. So I did go ahead and add that UI mod that was suggested to me by a few of you, so you can see right away. You get to see the lines for the range on the artillery, so you know how close they need to be able to use everything. Alright, we routed the first guys. Alright, so it looks like it's definitely a pretty even attack. So I've got to cover both sides equally. I'm going to hold Frank right here rather than putting him right here because I don't want him to maybe take a flank fire. As long as he doesn't kind of overwhelm me with everything, I think I'll be okay. So far so good. I think I've got to hang on till the end of this timer before I get my reinforcements, and that's an awfully long time to be outnumbered as much as I am. So he's still got me by about 4,000 men right now, 4,500 men. Alright, here he comes on this side. Let's go ahead and dismount these guys. So my smoothbore artillery not causing a lot of casualties yet because he's not breaking through that initial line, and that's where I'm set up, is to defend against a breakthrough. There now the 24 or the 12 pounders got in some canister fire. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and plug these guys over in now. So they aren't really in position to fire on Davis, but that's okay. They're mainly protecting my flank. Alright, now the attack's really coming on the left side. I'm going to shift these 24 pounders over. Keep an eye on supply. Everybody's staying supplied so far. They must be in range of the supply. I've got to watch too that he doesn't break through the line somewhere or sneak around and grab the objective, because I'm not really protected against that. Wow, he's definitely loading up on the left side now. Here comes a big push on the left. And this is where my smoothbore artillery can really wreak some havoc. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. I don't even know what kind of guns these are. Oh, those are 20-pounder Parrots. I shouldn't have had them up that close to begin with. I didn't realize they had 20-pounder Parrots set up on the front like that. Let's get them out of there. There's no benefit at all to having them up that close. Alright, he's broken through over on this side. I expected he was going to do that. So I was prepared for that to happen. My second line, along with the artillery, should be able to hold. Major General John Gibbon wounded. I think that's my division commander. So we'll let these guys recover. We'll get them back on the line. And I think I've held him off. Now we just got to wait until the reinforcements arrive. Alright, looks like Terry's recovering. We're going to give him a little bit of time to do that, but we'll start marching him back up. Keeping an eye on morale. Their morale's only 33%, so there's not a lot to benefit in me just rushing him right back up there again. At least not yet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move Frank over. I think we're okay here for now. This is a lot of units for one unit of mounted infantry to kind of hold on to, especially when their brigade commander's wounded. Make sure he doesn't try to sneak around over there. Gonna go ahead and send Frank over. I feel like Weisiger's not going to hold on forever. Now, these 24-pounders, I need you to stay firing on these guys over here. Especially with Benning coming in. Yeah, rather than rush these guys back into the fortifications, I'm just going to bring them up on the line for now. Just lost Garfield. I'm losing all my brigade commanders on this side. 26 minutes. Just got to hang on for 26 more minutes. There we go. Massive casualties caused by that artillery when they get in and break through that initial line. Alright, we lost Frank on this side. Actually, no, Foster, you stay there. Let's send Garfield over here. Alright, so the numbers now. I've lost 1,300 men, but a lot of those are not mine. A lot of those are the frontline infantry that I started with. The good news is I've caused over 5,000 casualties, which means when all my reinforcements arrive here in about 20 minutes, it's gonna be payback time. Alright, now let's see if we can get these guys back into the fortifications without any trouble. Might not work out, especially because I didn't get the one unit into the fortifications before the other one, so they're getting flanked. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have just held the line right where it was. And now we've got a unit in the back, which I expected was going to happen at some point, but it's close enough to my reinforcements that I'll let him go for now. Oh, now Terry gets into the fortifications. Alright, let's rush Weisiger up there. Yeah, he's not going to hold. Okay. Let's pull him back. I should have never done that. I should have just stayed right where it was. Alright. Phase 2, here come the reinforcements. Along with some gunboats. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Alright, first things first, we've got 4 units of melee cavalry. We're gonna, I think... Yeah, you know what? Most of the damage I've caused to him has been on the left. So that's where the weaker units are going to be. The easier ones to pounce on. Of course, we've got these guys that broke through here. And now they're rushing down towards the objective. Let's go deal with him. Alright, Garfield, go ahead and back up for now. This guy's going to ride right back out of the lines, so we're going to let him go. going to send the 40th Kentucky Mounted Infantry down here to hold this flank. Why won't it let him take the fortifications? That's a little, there we go. A little strange. Alright, more artillery on the way. Let's get everybody into position, and then the fun begins. So here's my 4 melee cavalry units. Let's go with them. Garner's going to be the first to disappear. That happened relatively quickly. No. Why are you guys running that way? You're all getting flanked. Alright, let's go ahead and reoccupy these fortifications now. I haven't even been paying attention to what's happening over here. I guess there's not much happening over here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and advance now. Start pushing this line forward to give some cover for my melee cavalry as they run down all these units. These guys will just hold the line over here for now. Alright, that unit just dissolved. That makes my job a little easier. So we'll send the 7th Cavalry after them. We're going to send the rest of these guys down to deal with this artillery. All these units are in the 200s, so they're all going to dissolve relatively fast. Some of them are in the woods, which makes it a little trickier. Alright, we'll send one more melee cavalry unit up to deal with Baker. We've got him out in the open now. Two hours left. I'll definitely wipe out his whole army. Gotta drive these guys out of the woods. What's he down to? Just 2,000 men. This battle will not last another 2 hours. Alright, we're going to push into the woods. I know cavalry's not real effective in the woods, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't even need the rest of these units, but honestly, I'm going to at least send these guys forward because there's nothing to be lost by doing that. They can take the fire of his artillery while I come down on him with my units. Go ahead and mount these guys up. Alright, what's he got left? 1,700 men, 71 guns. So there's still a lot of artillery out there to be hit. That's mostly what he's got left. Alright. 58 guns, 1,500 men left. About to take out 2 more artillery units. Let's send the 7th Cavalry to go grab these supplies. Actually, they're not going to get there first. How about Paper Collar Brigade? These guys are going to keep them occupied until I can come down and take care of them. Come on, grab the supplies. Once we do that, we'll speed things up here and just go after these last couple units, and that should be that. We got 1 unit of skirmishers to deal with. There must be somebody else hiding somewhere. There's still 1,200 men out there. Oh, they're over here. Interesting. They're making a run for the objective. How cute. Alright, melee cavalry, they're all yours. They've got their backs to the gunboats. Yep, this is the only unit left. There we go. Alright. Well, that worked out nicely. And you can see the casualties. Massive, massive casualties. Most of his casualties... most of my casualties were actually units that were not mine. Grabbed a bunch of Harper's Ferry 1855s. Those will be nice to be able to sell off and make some money. Officers, it was a bad day. We did get Grant promoted to Lieutenant General, so that's nice. We did lose Gibbon. But all in all, a good day. Let's look at the losses. Yeah, the major losses, Terry, not one of my units. Hawkins, not one of my units. Foster, not one of my units. That's almost all of the casualties. Garfield is my, those are mounted infantry, 307. That was actually my worst losses that I suffered among anybody. So let's take a look at the situation. We'll probably go ahead and do the Siege of Suffolk next. I'm going to go ahead and put appointed to training. So let's take a look. Suffolk now, or Nansemond River. I just did Suffolk. So Nansemond River is an attack on a little fort up in the corner. It's usually fairly easy, and now by inflicting at least 25% casualties on the Confederate Army at Suffolk, I've reduced his army by 6%. So I should be set up pretty good, but as always, I welcome your thoughts, your comments, your questions, your observations, your criticisms, any and all that stuff. Use the comment section below. This weekend I'm going to record several videos, so that way there'll be some throughout the next week. So by the time I see your comments, I may have already done the upcoming battles, but maybe not. So go ahead and let me know what you think, and we will see you again real soon. Hit that thumbs up if you would. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.